everybody, it's Jasmine from Magic Tarot Cards, and today we are going to talk about Mercury Retrograde. Mercury Retrograde starts February 17th through March 10th, okay? Yeah. So a lot of people don't know what Mercury Retrograde is, and I did do a previous video last year about it, but I'm going to do another one this year. Okay, so what Mercury Retrograde is, you know, how all the planets revolve around the Earth. Let me see if I can get this lighting right. So when the planets are revolving around the Earth, Mercury Retrograde stops. The planet Mercury stops. And it appears to be traveling backwards, but actually it's standing still. So it produces a energy on the Earth that makes all kinds of things happen. They call it the redo planet because you have to redo a lot of things during Mercury Retrograde, such as, let's talk about signing contracts. If you sign contracts, I advise you not to during Mercury Retrograde because you'll regret it, because you'll miss a clause in it, or you won't be told about a certain thing, and later on you'll be like, well, I didn't see that in the clause, and you'll regret it. Don't purchase large items like cars or homes. Don't apply for loans during Mercury Retrograde because those won't work out. If you buy a car, you'll end up getting a lemon during Mercury Retrograde. Yeah, so because also during Mercury Retrograde, anything with moving parts breaks down. Like anything that has a moving part, whether it's a car or anything electrical. Don't buy electrical things with moving parts because they break down. All computers crash during Mercury Retrograde. Your cell phones crash. And then you'll be like, well, why is my cell phone not working? You go out and get another one, sign that contract, and it still doesn't work. Wait till after Mercury Retrograde passes, and then you'll see if it's really Mercury Retrograde that's doing that to your phone, or if it's just, you know, you need a new phone. Let's talk about relationships during Mercury Retrograde. I wouldn't start one during that phase. I would wait till after or before. If you started one before, you know, that's okay, or after, that's okay, but during, it's not going to last. Mercury Retrograde makes exes feel nostalgic. That's why exes always come back. And during those readings, you see the Knight of Wands appear in the readings because people get nostalgic during Mercury Retrograde. They start remembering people, they start remembering past experiences, and they want to redo it. They want to relive that. So a lot of exes try to come back. But the thing is, after Mercury Retrograde is over, they rush right back out. They don't stay. So that's why they say when you get the Knight of Wands, don't go back to that ex because he just rushes in and rushes right back out. Okay, so I don't take any exes back for that matter. And I have quite a few, so... Anyway, yeah. So, also traveling. If you're going to travel, if you have to travel by car, I would most definitely have your car checked out first and pack as if you're going to break down, because you will. Okay, so because remember, a car has moving parts, and things with moving parts break down. Sorry, I just cannot get this camera right. I feel like I look like a monkey. So anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit of a comedian. So anyway, pack as if you're going to break down. Take extra blankets, water, oil, gas. You know, make sure you have extra cords for your phone. Your phone is charged. You know, whatever. Food, whatever. I traveled last year during Mercury Retrograde, and man, it kicked my butt because my car broke down in the middle of nowhere. The whole electrical system went just completely shut off. It cost me $500 to tow because I was in the middle of nowhere. And then I had $600 in repairs. So it ended up costing me a whole lot of money. So yeah, I put Mercury Retrograde to a test, and it kicked my butt when I was traveling. Also, traveling by plane, train, buses, whatever. You'll see a whole lot more crashes during that phase. They crash for some reason. Why? Because Mercury Retrograde has that influence on them. Because, you know, planes have moving parts, and somebody's texting me. Okay, yeah. Planes have moving parts, and they break down during Mercury Retrograde. Trains, you know, boats sink, things like that. So I would be careful traveling during Mercury Retrograde. Don't want to scare anybody, but, you know, pay attention to that and you'll see there'll be a lot more. There's also a lot of earthquakes during Mercury retrograde and natural disasters too. Mercury retrograde comes in because it's nature's way of change. There's a lot of us that can't change things, especially in relationships. So there's a lot of breakups during that phase because it comes in to force us out of these things that are no longer good for us, that no longer serve us a purpose. So it forces us out of it. Okay, so when we can't do it ourselves. And that's one reason why we have this Mercury retrograde doing this to us. Because if you notice, there will be a lot of breakups during that time. Yeah, so I wouldn't buy anything with electrical parts, anything electrical during Mercury retrograde also, because you'll end up buying a lemon. Okay, now we have shadow phase 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. That means the energy is still lingering there. So I would wait for those 2 weeks to pass. It's not as strong as during the phase, but it's lingering. So I would just wait for that to pass. Let's talk about surgery. I will not have, unless it's life-threatening, and I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you what surgery to have, what not to have. You do what your doctor tells you to do, okay? I'm not a doctor. But I do know that during Mercury retrograde, you can bleed out on a table. Their electrical equipments can go bizarre, you know, so I would be careful scheduling surgery during Mercury retrograde. But if you have a life-threatening surgery that's coming up, by all means, do it. Don't do it because not do it because I said anything about it. Okay, you follow your doctor's advice. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. So, also, okay, we've talked about signing contracts. Again, don't sign major contracts. Don't buy a car because there'll be small items. You will also lose small items during Mercury retrograde. Like you could be at Walmart and lay your keys down. You'll forget to pick them back up. Or your sunglasses, cell phone, things like that. You won't be able to find small items in your house because they'll get misplaced. There'll be a lot of things being misplaced for some reason. Mercury retrograde makes you forgetful. Okay, so yeah, be careful with that. I've pretty much covered everything on Mercury retrograde. Also, in the year 2022, we're going to have 4 Mercury retrogrades during that year. That's going to be a tough year. Okay, we're not there yet, but that's going to be a very tough year because Mercury is going to retrograde 4 times that year, which is a whole lot. We usually have 2, sometimes 3. But 4, that's a lot. That's practically the whole year. Yeah, that's going to be a rough year for everybody. Okay. One last thing. I know I made a video about terrorist attacks and the war and everything. The only thing I can tell you about that is that that country knows that they don't want to go into war because they're a small country and they know that the United States would wipe them out. But however, they are out for revenge, okay? They're not going to take anything lightly. They're not the way we are. From infancy, they have grown up to retaliate. We're taught to retaliate, kill, and seek revenge, and that's all they know. And don't think for 1 minute, just because they say they're not going into war, that they're going to forget about their leader or whoever that person was that got killed. No. These people are going to seek revenge. And I already know that they're coming back. Some of them are already here. Okay? They already live in the United States. But they are coming back to retaliate, but they're going to retaliate in ways that we do not expect. Okay? And that's when the terrorist attacks come in, because that's the only other way they know how to retaliate. I see it clearly. I see it in my dreams. I hear it from my spirit guides. I see food sources being compromised, attacked, or tampered with. Okay, our food supplies. I'm hearing children, the word children a lot. Be aware of where your children are at. They're going to strike America in the heart of America. What is the heart of America? Our children. Watch your children in 2020. I see many, many disappearances. I see many kidnappings. when it pertains to children. If you're at Walmart and your child is in a basket, a cart, do not turn your back on your child for 1 instant, because it's only going to take that 1 instant for it to disappear. And it's going to be so swift that no one's even going to see it. If you're at a park and your child is playing 10 feet away, don't be staring and looking at your cell phone, because during that time, your child's going to disappear, okay? I already see that. Be careful where your children are at. Watch them at all times. I'm telling you ahead of time, okay? So later you won't be crying, oh, my child disappeared. Okay, what were you doing when your child disappeared? You were looking at your cell phone on social media when you should have been looking at your child, okay? I'm not scolding anybody, but I'm telling you what I know is coming. 2020 is going to have many children disappear. And part of it is going to be these people that are coming. They want to strike the heart of America, which is our children. Okay? There's going to be other terrorist attacks in ways that we don't expect. We usually expect the traditional bombings or church shootings or school shootings or whatever. No, these are going to be a whole different kind of terrorist attacks that's coming. I already see it coming. Okay, be careful. Be aware of where you're at and your surroundings at all times. People that have license to carry gun, carry it. Okay, carry that gun. Don't go crazy with it, but protect yourself, because these people are already here in the United States. They work in public places where we work. Some of them are trusted. Okay, they're not to be trusted. These people are only out for revenge. All right. So with that note, I'm going to close this video. My phone's about to stop, all right? Okay, sorry. My phone went off because my daughter was calling me. But anyway, on that note, that's all I have to say about that. I most likely won't make another video about terrorist attack because I don't feel like I have to. I feel like everyone's going to see what I'm talking about. Also, Mercury Retrograde, if you want to know more about it, Google it. All the information is there. And if you want a personal reading, you can contact me with the information down below. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I thank all the subscribers that I have so far. I want to get monetized so I can do live free readings. I would love to do free readings for some of you, but I can't do it until I get monetized. And I think it takes, either 1,000 or something subscribers or something like that. All right, I'm new to YouTube, so I don't know all the rules yet. So anyway, you can comment if you like. If not, that's okay. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace.